Hello guys, my name is Master Stark and welcome to our channel Otakugan. Today we are going to review 10th episode of ReZero Season 2 with spoilers. It was an excellent episode, so if you have not watched it, watch the episode and then come to watch the review. So let's start the video without any delay. So let's start by the formal part, which is the anime quality and dubbing. But I don't think there is any need to review that after watching this episode. So let's start by the content. 10th episode was very good, especially dialogues. There were many good dialogues in the episode by Subaru, such as the number 1 and number 2 places in my heart are already taken. He said this to Satella. Compared to you, I would have an easier time loving Echidna or any other of the witches. To Satella. That damn witch talking about Echidna but to himself. I swear I am going to save you. He said this to Satella. And the best one was, I know hell. All these dialogues were epic for me. It hit the core of my heart. So now let's talk about the story. At the start of the episode, Subaru and Garfield were chasing after Satella to stop her from moving towards the mansion. For that, Garfield turns into a beast and uses clones of Ryuzu to bust Satella, but it was no use. And then Satella kills Garfield. And then the most important dialogues take place. Satella was continuously saying I love you to Subaru like a freak. She was not listening to what Subaru was saying. But when Subaru said, compared to you, I would have an easier time loving Echidna or any other witches. After listening this, Satella shallows Subaru and starts to say, love me continuously. Subaru was trapped in the shadows. He thought there is no way he can escape. But suddenly, the handkerchief given by Petra turns into a sharp weapon. Because of Echidna. Because, as we know, in the last episode, Echidna brew some spell on the handkerchief. After that, Subaru kills himself with the help of the sharp object. While he was dying, he sees Satella's face, which was very cute. And seeing Subaru dying, Satella starts crying. And before closing his eyes, Subaru swears that he will save Satella. And after that, he finds himself in the cave with Emily. Emilia was unconscious, so when he was going to awake her, his hands started shaking, and he was resisting to touch Emilia after seeing Satella's face. And after that, everything went smoothly. But after dinner, Subaru went to a place which he saw during he was shadowed in the dark by Satella. In that place, he found gem which we have seen many times in the poster of ReZero Season 2. And can you guess what was the thing frozen in gem? It was none other than Ryuzu. Don't be surprised because we have already seen many Ryuzu in the start of the episode. Out of nowhere, the main Ryuzu which we have seen in the whole series shows up. Then she starts to explain everything. If you have not understand this part, I am going to explain everything properly. So listen this properly. Century was made by Echidna as an experimental lab. The Ryuzu which was frozen in the gem was first Ryuzu Mayor. Replica or clone bodies are made by cores of artificial ode which is produced by magic. Those cores are wrapped in mana and given physical form, resulting in bodies. And the only thing remains is to add something to this body which is soul. Echidna does this so that if her body perish, then she will inherit her soul in a new body, so that she will be basically immortal. But Echidna's experiment was failure, because Ryuzu Mayor's body was insufficient to inherit Echidna's soul. Now let's talk about the Apostle of Greed. Apostle of Greed can give order to Ryuzu. One can become an apostle of greed after bestowing symbol of apostlehood of Echidna. As we know, Subaru has already drunk bodily fluid of Echidna, so he is an apostle of greed. But Garfield is also an apostle of greed. as he was able to give commands to clones of Ryuzu in the start of the episode. Which means he has met Echidna, which means he has participated in trial. After that conversation, Subaru meets Emilia in the forest and then they have a little conversation. After conversation, he goes to sleep. And in the morning, without telling anyone, but leaving a letter, he moves toward the mansion. But he was interrupted by Garfield. But then Subaru shows him who is the real badass. After that, Garfield let him go. Then he reaches the mansion and tells Frederica and Petra to move towards the sanctuary, taking Rem with them. After that, Subaru goes to the library to have a conversation with Beatrice. And then episode closes. In short, this episode was fully covered with hardcore entertainment. I give it a 10 on 10 for content, and I also recommend you to watch it with bottom of my heart. So that's what that's was all about today, guys. Meet you in the next episode. Till that, stay safe.